action. The record button is a go. All right, we have, oh, thank you. We have Dianne on the line for, we have Dianne on the line for Alyssa. So if you get filtered, Alyssa, feel free to respond to Kayla Rashawn's comment. In case you get filtered, you just never know. Okay, great. So Dianne, I really like her energy. She goes, she's like, well, nobody was really ready. And I'm like, you look like you're old enough to have passed. She goes, yeah, it really was suddenly, unexpectedly. I think that, like, I think that this is kind of the glue that keeps the family together. I haven't done that sign symbol in a long time, and I kind of love it, not gonna lie. So glue that keeps the family together. She gives me a sign symbol, which you'll see me drawing in real time on your recording, but she gives me a sign and symbol that someone may have her jewelry. This is my sign symbol for ultimately seems like upper chest. There may be multiple medical things, okay? But let's say you have cancer plus blah, blah, blah. So you may have a big medical thing, but it's actually kind of an aftermath thing. That gets us. Let's say you have an underlying medical thing. Hi, Lady West. Let's say you have underlying medical, but it's the heart attack. It's the inability to breathe that gets us right at the end. I feel like we have a hard time communicating, didn't get a chance to say goodbye. Potentially a mother figure here. But I feel like she was kind of stationary at the end. We're not really going anywhere. Maybe it's because she couldn't talk. We feel like we didn't get a chance to say goodbye. Mother figure, guardian angel, jewelry, didn't get a chance to say goodbye. Past of something medical. I think maybe we have a couple underlying medical things. So I was like, do you have partial responsibility? And she goes, no, there was no way to know and that this was going to happen. It seemed like really unexpected. Like the family's like, oh, she's doing really great. And then and then she gives me a sign, and then let me know if this resonates, okay? Because I'll go even farther. She does give me a sign symbol of a house. So maybe she was at home before she ends up passing. Would love to know who this is to you. Got quite a little card developing itself here. I like it a lot. And if you get filtered, just respond to Kayla. It is your grandma. I love this. She's I'm like, you look old enough to have passed. I love this. So how did grandma end up passing? She keeps pointing to the at-home thing. I was like, but you're real old. You were probably not getting around super well right toward the end. And then I'm like, do you want to say thank you? And then she shows me a picture of a female and then goes like this. So I think that maybe someone was taking care of her, but it only had to be kind of like right at the end. Does that make sense, Alyssa? Oh, you have a bunch of family over there. Then I see another grandma who's standing straight up, a little more broad shoulders. This grandma's definitely sitting down. Her boyfriend was there with her. What happened? I'm assuming they were home. Yeah, kind of has like unexpected upper chest vibes. I don't know if the boyfriend's still here in the physical world, but I have a male over here. Once you said that, he's very happy. He's got rounder cheeks, rounder nose. Upbeat, classic name. He's over there on the other side too. He goes, nothing's wrong, then everything's wrong. So he tells me he went down suddenly. Like nothing seemed wrong, and then everything was wrong, okay? And then you can try rewording it if it does filter you. Hi, Sally Skellington. How are you? Wow. I guess my grandma's BF went to go give her coffee, and she fell over. So are they ruling it like a heart attack? She laughs. I'm going to tell you this. She goes, it was just my day. And I asked her, and I was like, you think she knew? Like a little premonition. I was like, you seem like, I mean, you're somebody's grandma. How did we not know? she did this, and I was like, I don't know if your mouth is dry or you couldn't communicate. Could be. I went to go consume coffee and dropped. I will say that she knew. And then I was like, were you being taken care of? And then she had a picture of someone in her mind, just a little bit. So it's almost like while she was being tended to, this happened. Well, you couldn't get there fast enough, Cato. Even if they did live close by, that's probably why they didn't get a chance to say goodbye, suddenly, unexpectedly. And then she does tell me that upper chest, so could have been a heart attack, and then you just drop. She called me the day before. I think she knew she called me the day before. Oh, little premonition, which honestly makes the didn't get a chance to say goodbye. Like, nobody expected it, Cato. Boom. Remember how I asked her? She goes, there's no way to know when. And then I just heard, I thought it was and then I point back to this sign and symbol. So she must have already had some underlying medical thing, even something as simple as diabetes or high blood pressure or something like that. So we thought the signs and symptoms were this. Turns out, yeah, she called. I was very tired, and she said to call me back. Wait, she called. You were tired, and she said to call her back, and you never did. No wonder she included the sign where you didn't feel like you got a chance to say goodbye the way that you wanted to. So she called you, and she said to call her back, and you never did. I think it worked out exactly like it was supposed to. She goes, Cato, this is a very touchy subject, and you're going to make us both cry. Tell her about the jewelry. Make her hold on to it. So I don't know if someone has a necklace or jewelry in honor of her memory. I think that items are probably few and far between. I think that there's maybe like 3 or 4 whole things from her physical world life, and like someone's holding on to them. The next night, her boyfriend called me on her phone, and he answered, and I knew, I have everything of hers. Good. She goes, hold on to that. Hold close to this. I'm like, someone's got all of it. They're hoarding these items. I love that. And then she gives me a wing, and she goes, well, more when she was younger, but I'm always here for her. So this means like someone that takes you under her wing, acts like a second parent to you. And I love that you have everything of hers. So she tells me not to stir up the cries, but to say, go hold my stuff. Go spend time with my stuff. Go there. I see it. I see you there. I feel like something even has a piece of her hair on it, or still smells like her even, or no, Cato, she has all of mine. And I'm like pulling out a dresser and looking through stuff. So maybe we have a dresser, maybe we have a lot of her clothes. So I really like this. And she says that you've dreamed of her since she's ended up passing. And then she goes, butterflies, birds, anything that flies. You know I love it. So blue jay, sure. Cardinal, sure. Can you ask her what she always called me? I can definitely ask. I'm very visual on answers that she gets, but I see, again, she puts me outside. Sunshine, she gives me sunshine, she gives me flowers, butterflies, all things nature is what she shows me. Oh, you get hummingbirds in honor of her memory? I love this. She's like, puts me back outside, shows me the birds. And so when I ask her about you, when I ask her that question, I'm like, what can you tell me? And she tells me, she shows me many fingers. So truly I believe that you're probably not the only grandchild, but probably the favorite, okay? And she shows me many numbers, which tells me not the only grandchild. Yes, you being the favorite, and you basically being somebody, thank you, Jamie, you being somebody that you walk in a room and light up her life. It's like, this is not the proper analogy, but it's like her in a nursing home with no one else around, but you're the visitor that makes the days better. But yes, Not probably, but yes, I was the favorite. I love that. So, special little nicknames, numbers, letters, not always the best direction for me, but hopefully you can take something from the little extra sunshiny nature vibe that we got. But just know that she's with you when you see her in your dreams. It's absolutely her. I love that she brought forward all the stuff you have in honor of her memory, and absolutely you are the favorite. So, I wouldn't doubt if someone was jealous of all the things that you have of hers too, but I appreciate you coming on today. Thank you so much for being here. And I know you're not going